Welcome back to part 2 of the Stilt Fella dance pad run, where death is just a number. Day 2 of the challenge will be setting the tone for the rest of the run. How much time will I be spending on level 17 rooftops? Get back here. Oh no 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 no, don't slip, don't slip, don't slip. Don't slip. Where am I going to stumble next? I don't know. And are we gonna need to learn new moves? Why are you getting carried back? Today is going to be very telling, as it's gonna set the pace for the rest of the run and tell me how many levels we're going to conquer per day. Regardless of what happens, we're going to grind it out and leave no regrets. Let's kick things off with the dance pad optimizations we recently discovered. Okay, so we are going to adjust our mouse speed a little bit. Actually, not a bit. We're just gonna go straight to 100. I think mouse speed 100 is probably more reflective of how we play the game. Kind of like how in Getting Over It, we swing fast and we swing hard. That's what I'm thinking this will do the same thing. When we need to move forward, we move fast. And thus we push forward a lot faster. That's the idea. I don't know how this will work in execution. Because I think previously we weren't able to recover when we fall as well, as because our mouse speed was only 50. So I was playing like half of my true power, you know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna be playing at full power. Okay, but what does adjusting mouse speed to 100 mean? Mouse speed here is equivalent to stilt speed, and the difference can be seen quite dramatically here. On the left, our stilt is able to move much farther than the one on the right. This will basically improve our movements significantly, and could even save a run from dying. Speaking of dying, if you remember at the end of part 1, our current total time on this level is 1+ hours and 153 lost fellas. Let's pray we don't lose more than 200 to this level. But the plan for the day is to ascend slowly. I had devised a strategy where I would approach each box one at a time. Each time I get to the next box, I stand the Stilt Fella upright on it. This would stabilize the ascent more, since maintaining forward momentum while climbing was impossible, because the challenge so far had been my inability to react to changes. I was never able to keep up with all the unpredictable stilt movement as I climbed before falling again. But with this slow approach, it might be possible. Still, going slow isn't easy. All the focus would be on maintaining balance as I stand each box with only one stilt. I need to constantly be on high alert to the positioning of the Stilt Fella. There was absolutely no room for error. About 20 minutes into the day, I would finally have my first breakthrough. Hold, don't distract me. Don't distract me. Don't distract me! Get on. Fall. The good news is, I was finally able to conquer the box climb. The bad news is, I'm on my 184th attempt, which means I'm unlikely to keep this level within 200 deaths. But the shot of adrenaline from the success pushed me forward. I was able to make it back up more consistently, about 1 in every 10 tries, and that was more than anything I did on day 1. If I could only just steel my nerves, then I know I could make it to the end of the level. And could you believe it? On the 255th attempt, I made this final incredible run. That DDR redeem is like so buggy. It is so buggy. We did it. We did it. We finally did it. 2.5 hours in total. That is how much time we spent on this one level. Probably 2 hours of that was spent solely on the beginning of this level. If anything, this level had proven to me that with a sound strategy and 1,000,000% concentration, I can beat any level without relying on any lucky bounces. The only question that remained was how quickly I could develop that strategy for future levels. Once again, with renewed confidence, we continue on. And with a new 2+ hour per level standard, it was hard to imagine that any other level would require that type of Herculean effort. I finally reached the cyberspace level. This level exposed a very important skill that I have yet to learn: aerial movement. How do I, oh my god! I'm not sure how to control the float. I'm actually not sure how to control the float here. That could be a problem. What if I told you that I already know that these 3 levels are just a precursor to some very big problems? For future Jarden, that is. Sucks to be that guy. Oh, that was too fast. That was so fast. Luckily, there's not a lot of things you need to learn when it comes to moving in the air. Aerial movement is all about timing. Press the right buttons at the right time. Like in Cyberspace 1, the focus is basic aerial movement tech. To move forward, you tilt your stilt back, and to move backward, you tilt your stilt forward. In Cyberspace 2, it's about moving within an air current, pushing you forward. The key being staying balanced at all times, using what we learned in the previous level. And finally, in Cyberspace 3, it's a fun little exercise to see if you're able to combine the learnings of the previous 2 levels to bounce your way to victory. All in all, I'd say we beat them pretty fast. Just 1.5 hours to beat all of them. A hop, skip, and a stilt step past the snowy level, I'm on to the next big challenge of the run. Level 23 pyramids and the dreaded half wall. Back in part 1, I got lucky and kind of glided over the wall without properly learning how to beat it. That level took me 45 minutes. Will we get lucky again this time? Or will I learn the proper technique to get over it? That aside, the rest of the level wasn't really that hard. There's a big chasm that will require a big right step forward, followed by a big left step forward. Beyond the wall, which we'll get back to later, there are some gaps we need to finesse over to get to the finish line. And that's it, just a short walk. But honestly, back to the wall problem. How hard can it be? Don't do it! Okay, maybe I overestimated myself here. By this point, I had been standing for well over 4 hours, and I had grinded this level itself for just over an hour already. My body was already beyond its limits, but my mind was not ready to give up. I kept telling myself, just another run, but I think this would be my limit. 6 levels and over 400 deaths on day 2? That means it's gonna be a whole 3 days before I beat the game. That's gonna be a long road ahead. Okay, I think I figured out how to get across that now. We're gonna slip, we're gonna go back. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out I finally know how to get over the wall. I know how to get over the wall now. Okay, hear me out. Here's what I figured out. This is the wall shuffle technique, remember? That I mentioned back from part 1? We finally learned it. In order to make it over, first bring one stilt over. This next part is critical. Alternate between leaning forward and bouncing your stilt forward. This needs to be done in quick succession on the dance pad while keeping the forward momentum going. Otherwise, you could end up falling forward if you don't bounce your stilt forward fast enough. Or the lack of forward leaning will cause a recoil which will pull you straight back. Both could be fatal to the run. I honestly can't believe I randomly stumbled onto the solution. And stumble I continue to do. I'm 5 hours into the run and I would never make it successfully over the wall again. This last attempt of the day about sums it up for me. Hi Dino, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Whew. Okay. I want one more attempt at the wall there. One more attempt at the wall. Okay, alright guys, I guess that's it. That is our last attempt. We will continue this. We will resume. I was so close, but you could visibly see like I was rushing it so hard and I was getting so tired. My ankle